in Torah. You're not allowed to do that. Why? Because that means that you are depending on a miracle. Who are you to get a miracle? So how come some people do exactly just that? How come some people in the Torah do things that literally are no short of a miracle? For example, the Gemara says one of the rabbis of Rabbi Akiva was named Nachum Ish Gamzu. And Nachum Ish Gamzu saw a lot of miracles in his life and a lot of difficult things in his life, and he would always say the same thing: Gamzu letuva. This too is for the good. So one time, Am Yisrael got a bad decree from the evil Goyim, and they said, listen, you have to pay us a lot of money, you have to pay taxes, this, that, the other thing. So the rabbis went to Nachum Ish Gamzu and they said, listen, you are used to miracles. Why don't you go give this king a big present, a lot of money, and get him to cancel the decree? Sure, no problem. Now the path to go from here all the way to the king is a very dangerous path, but since you're used to miracles, hopefully you'll survive the journey, and more importantly, hopefully the king doesn't kill you. But since you're used to miracles, it's going to happen. Nachum Ish Gamzu said, no problem. He went on the path, and right before he got to the kinghood, he stopped at a motel. He went to sleep, and the two balabatim, the two owners of the hotel, they weren't exactly tzaddikim. So they decided, who's this guest and what is this big case that he has? While he was sleeping, they checked his case, they emptied it out of all the golden jewels that it had, and put sand in there. The next day, Nachum Ish Gamzu puts back the case onto his carriage, and as he's putting it back on, he sees that it's not jewels, it's not gold, it's sand. Now you and I, if we see a big case that was full of jewels the day before, and now it's full of sand, what do? First of all, we complain. Then after we realize that the complaint is going on deaf ears, we don't go back to the king and say still what we wanted to say. We go back home. Why? Because now if I bring this king a box full of sand, what is he going to do? He's going to hang me like a picture. He's not going to do anything good to me. But Nachum Ish Gamzu says, this too is for the good. If Hashem took the jewels that I had, put in there, and collected from the whole keilah, and instead he put sand in there, it must be for the good. There must be something good in this, that's what Hashem wants. So he continued his journey with the sand, with the box, with everything, just as excited as he was, as if it was full of the most priceless diamonds you could find. He went to the king, he eventually got to the king, and he says, yeah, listen, I'm here from Am Yisrael representing them. We have a big present for the king. Please cancel the decree. The king has one of his soldiers open it, and he sees a box of sand. Immediately the king becomes furious and tells one of his soldiers to chop off the rabbi's head in front of everybody to make sure nobody else does one of these pranks on him. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu understood, obviously, that Nachum Ish Gamzu has passed this test with flying colors. Why? He did something that's completely irrational. Not only he went there with excitement, on top of that, he went there with the sand. He didn't pretend like there was anything else. He's like, here, this is the sand from Am Yisrael. Here's the sand. B'chavod, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Build a sand castle. I don't know. That's for you. Why? Hashem put it in a box for you. Like he wasn't trying to pretend, no, this is magic sand. Maybe, try to sell them like some of these Israelis come from Eretz Yisrael. They go work at these booths in the malls. This is salt from the Red Sea, from the Dead Sea, from some sea. Just put it on your arm and you'll be cured. I have cancer though. No, it's okay. Cancer too. I have AIDS too. I'm poor too. Everything, just put it on you. Give me your credit card. It'll heal everything you want. Buy one for your friend too. Buy one for your friend, and maybe you can get the hair straightener also. This is unfortunately what happens. People try to become salesmen. Nachum Ish Gamzu is not becoming a salesman. He says, this is the sand, this is what Hashem put in the box, it's for you. How do I know it's for you? Hashem put it in the box. HaKadosh Baruch Hu sent Eliyahu Navi in the image of a soldier. Came to the king and says, Your Highness, before you kill him, maybe this sand, this Jew is not a stupid Jew. He's not going to bring you sand for no reason. Maybe the sand is the sand of their forefather. He goes, what forefather? What sand? He goes, they had a forefather. His name was Avram. Avram, their forefather, Avram Avinu, he fought against 4 nations in one shot and killed everybody. How did he kill everybody? Hashem gave him sand. Every time he would take the sand from the ground, he'd throw it in the air, each little grain will turn into a rocket. That's how Avraham Avinu killed all of the nations. By himself. Him and Eliezer. Maybe this is the sand. So the king says, that's interesting. Let's try it out. They had an enemy that they couldn't beat for a while. He said, let's take it to battle. They took the sand to battle. A little box of it. They tried it out, and they won the battle. The sand worked. The sand miraculously turned into the sand of Avraham Avinu. The king obviously was as happy as can be. He has some nuclear weapon of the day. He takes a bigger box, tells everybody, listen, sand I don't have. This type of sand I don't have. This is the most priceless thing my kingdom have. Jewels, diamonds, all that stuff, I have a lot. Give him all of it. Give him boxes of diamonds. Give him all that stuff. I don't need that stuff. Why? I have the sand. I have the nuclear weapon. So Nachum Ish Gamzu not only got the decree cancelled, but now he got 2 huge boxes full of jewels, full of diamonds, much more than what he brought there. And he went back home. He says, see, I told you, the Gamzu L'Tovah. There's 2 for the good. He goes back to the hotel that robbed him, and the 2 guys are surprised to see him alive. He said, what are you doing here? They didn't chop your head off? He goes, for what? For giving him sand. He goes, no, Baruch Hashem, that sand was the best thing in the world. It was a miracle. He goes, what do you mean? He tells them the whole story, so the 2 guys thought that it's them. They left Nachum Ish Gamzu. They started packing up boxes and boxes of sand. They went back to the king going, hey, king, listen, that guy just came in, that rabbi, it's our sand. Don't worry, we have a lot of it. We got you a truck full of sand. Whole caravan full of sand. Look, all of this sand. So the king says, okay, let's test it out. Arrest them first of all. Arrest these 2 guys first of all, just in case they're playing a joke on me. They arrest both of them. They try the sand, and guess what? It doesn't work. It's just sand. So what did the king do with them? He hung them like pictures. He hung them on the wall like pictures. Why? HaKadosh Baruch Hu does not make miracles for people that don't believe in miracles, but rather depend on them. HaKadosh Baruch Hu makes miracles on a regular basis for people that don't see anything as other than a miracle. Meaning, your day-to-day life, the fact that you have these 2 little balloons you call eyes, and you can see and record everything, that's a miracle. The fact that you have the shape of your face that's unique and no one else in the world has it is a miracle. The fact that you have a fingerprint that no one else in the world can replicate. No other human being has the same fingerprint. That's a miracle. The fact that the thoughts in your mind go so fast that even the most advanced supercomputer in the world cannot catch up to you is a miracle. The point being, Rabotai, if you see everything as a miracle, then your life is one big miracle. And Hashem will give you more. But if you depend on miracles because you think that they're exceptions to the case, then you have to have huge amounts of merit in order for Hashem to give you something out of the extraordinary, out of the ordinary.